This is MacVoices TV. MacVoices TV is brought to you by Drobo. Hard drives fill up and wear out. A single hard drive failure can lose your data. Not with Drobo. Drobo provides the best data storage experience ever. For tips on using Drobo in your home or office, visit drobo.com/tips and facts. Hi, I'm Chuck Joyner, and this is MacVoices TV at Macworld 2011 in San Francisco. And this is a rare seated interview at Macworld because this just doesn't happen often. But I had the opportunity to sit down with Oliver Breidenbach of Boinx Software to talk about the software they just released. Oliver, it's great to see you. I'm so glad you made the trip over.
Yeah, it's good to be here, and it's nice in your living room.
Yeah, well, I arranged this just for you, Oliver. I knew you'd be dressed dark, so we got a dark sofa, so it works. You all have just released BoinxTV Home, which is pretty impressive that you're going to try to take all the sophistication of BoinxTV and bring it down to the home user?
Yeah, always since we created BoinxTV, we were thinking about ways to bring it to more people, and the idea is really to empower everybody to have a TV studio. You see all the YouTube videos that are uploaded every day, hundreds and thousands, and they could certainly use a little bit of polish and lots of bells and whistles, and BoinxTV Home is just about this, giving people who do the makeup tutorials or the videos about how to tie your shoelaces really fast, kind of things, give them the same tools that they see in the professional TV.
Okay, now, the obvious question, I think, for Mac users is, how does BoinxTV Home compare to what you can do in iMovie? You use different metaphors, but what are going to be some of the key differences or the reasons I would want to pick up BoinxTV if I'm using iMovie now?
The reason is that in iMovie, you first record your performance or your show, and then you go edit, and usually you need much more time to edit than you need to record. In BoinxTV, we do the editing while you do the recording, so there is no post-editing required. You can add all the graphic stuff, you can bring in movies, play movies, bring in all kinds of stuff while you do the show. And so it starts with fun and it stays fun, is what I like to say, because the fun part is actually sitting in front of the camera and doing your thing, and the non-fun part is going back to a video editor and edit all the stuff. So with BoinxTV, you get to keep the fun and get rid of the other stuff. So.
Okay, so is this going to be then a tool for, say, the two of us to use, that I'm going to be the on-screen talent, you're going to be the engineer, or can I sit here and look at the camera and I'm going to be expected to say, okay, I want a lower third, I want to transition over to this movie and that kind of thing?
Well, you can do it on your own, so it's a one-person run it yourself thing. That works certainly, because you can attach all kinds of keyboard shortcuts to stuff. So. It works both ways. You can you can have one person running BoinxTV and one person be the talent in front of it, but you can also be both at the same time, which is quite a nice thing here.
One thing with BoinxTV and the work I've done with it is it's so sophisticated. There's so many options. I mean, it's great. That's part of the problem. There's so many things to play with that sometimes you get hung up in just playing and finding them all out. Obviously, if you're bringing this down to a home level, you've had to restrict some of those things, maybe trim out to the most popular or most commonly used. Can you talk a little bit about
MacVoices TV is part of the MacVoices group and a member of Mac Level 10.
No, you get the good stuff. We limit it in a way that we can, I think the target audience is probably people who use only one camera, right? So that's one limit. Because YouTube doesn't really make sense in 1080p, we limit the resolution to 540p. And there are small other things, like there's no interface to podcast producer, because that would just confuse people who don't know what it is. And so we've been, but all the creative stuff, all this fun stuff, all the things that you like to play with is there. I mean, green screen, all the fun layers, everything is there, except limited to the use case of creating the recreational video for YouTube.
I can see this. I mean, BoinxTV, the full version, is not that expensive by any means.
Well, it's $499 US, and BoinxTV Home is just $49.99. So it's a tenth of the full price, which is really a steal, right?
Well, at $499. BoinxTV was a deal, I think, for school districts and that kind of thing, who were going to use it a lot. At $49, it's a no-brainer. I mean, this lets kids get involved in there, and frankly, kids don't need the 1080p. They can cut their teeth on the other stuff, have a great time doing it, learn so much, and then they have the skill set to move up to BoinxTV when they're ready.
Yeah, well, when they're ready. I mean, if it turns out that they want to be the next Chuck Joyner, then
brother,
then they can move up to the pro version. But I think most people will have hours and hours and hours of fun playing with the BoinxTV Home. Let's see a birthday party. You put up a green screen and then you run the app, and you just and kids have just so much fun. They don't even you don't even need to record the video. They just like to look at themselves in the on the screen, see how they fly in the clouds and stuff like that.
Well, for us, we didn't grow up creating videos, so for us it's a little bit different. But the kids, they love to pick up any kind of camera, shoot themselves doing all kind of crazy things, and then they start to get into producing, and they want to do what they see on TV. BoinxTV is how they're going to learn it.
Yeah, exactly, yes.
Oliver, this has been a big year for Boinx. I mean, you guys have released a lot of stuff. I honestly have lost track. I mean, you've hit the Mac App Store heavily. You've released at least one or two iPhone apps, or iDevice apps, I should say, that I can think of. Do you guys ever sleep?
That's a good question. I don't remember. Yeah, I mean, we've been very busy. The team is doing a good chunk of work. It's and yes, it's been a good year.
That's great. Well, congratulations on BoinxTV Home. Congratulations on everything this year. I hope if I don't see you before that, I see you right back here next year at Macworld 2012.
Yeah, certainly, yes. And I hope we do some other stuff in the meantime.
Yeah, well, we have to find a time to tee it up somewhere.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Folks, I'm Chuck Joyner. He is Oliver Breidenbach of Boinx Software, the makers of BoinxTV Home. And I screwed up, Oliver, the website.
www. Oh, don't say that anymore. BoinX.com. And BoinxTV Home is actually exclusively available on the Mac App Store right now. So you can head over to the Mac App Store and find BoinxTV there as well.
If you haven't bought anything on the Mac App Store, now's your perfect opportunity, folks. I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoices TV at Macworld 2011. We'll be back with more soon. Thanks for watching. MacVoices TV is part of the MacVoices group and a member of Mac Level 10.